listening to Open Mind Industries podcast, The Mind Unleashed. Sit back, listen, and open your mind.
Yay, I'm recording, it's working, everything's working, awesome. Hey guys, welcome to episode 7 of The Mind Unleashed. This one's going to be a little bit weird one, a little bit open to everybody. We're talking about a few things, what I've been up to, but the first thing I'm going to get out of the way is my, not sponsors, but people who support the podcast and support Open Mind. So I'm going to get their names out of the way. First one is going to be... what's the other one for later? The good sponsor of mine, or supporter, sorry, is Divine Art Studios, Daniel, who I've been posting on our Facebook page. He does drone shooting. He is a certified drone pilot. They're looking into getting into music videos. They're doing some drone shooting today here in Orlando, Florida. Check them out. Divine Art Studios. They're at Valencia College also. That's where they do some other mixing and stuff like that. But they have a nice editing facility over there, so they're able to use that. But he is fully registered to fly a drone pilot. He's budget friendly. Hit him up. I will send a link into our Facebook description if you guys would like to know more about that. Also, Hair at Home, I'll put a link to their description. Tony Isauer, I'm probably butchering his name, Tony Isauer. He does haircuts at home. He has his own studio there here in Orlando, Florida. If you're looking for budget-friendly haircuts for a new perm, what have you, gentlemen looking for a nice, decent haircut, I'll put a link to his descriptions on my Facebook page, so you guys can go check us out. Also, Weiss Productions, check them out if you're looking for to get a wedding shot done correctly, or just budget-friendly shooting. I'm trying to look for a good photographer for a wedding occasion, what have you. Doing some filming. Weiss Productions is where you want to go. I'll put a link to their description on my Facebook page also. So now that they're out of the way, oh, and one more, sorry, Lyft. If you guys want to take a ride around, use my code TUMP for $5 off your first ride with Lyft. They will take care of you. The drivers there have been great. I've been taking Lyft constantly for the Fringe Festival. I'll be talking about that a little bit more in another episode coming up this weekend. We're still doing a couple things with Fringe. Been out here in Orlando. It's been amazing. It's been fun. We're seeing a few more shows. A lot has happened. It's been great. So that's where most of my time has been going, because we've been doing a lot of Fringe stuff. But I'm going to talk about that in the upcoming podcast. This one is more about, I'll get right into it. It's about suicide and positivity and keeping yourself motivated. Chris Cornell passed away. So I kind of decided I wanted to kind of talk about my experience with suicide. Why I had thoughts of it, how I got away from it, what have you. I spoke about it earlier in the beginning podcast of what my life has been like with cerebral palsy and disability, and living your life with it. And it's been crazy. People are like constantly turning on the news, and somebody's like, "Hey, call suicide hotline, call suicide hotline." And every few months on Facebook, people post that damn link about. If you're feeling suicidal, you post this link, or repost this. If you don't have the balls, you're not going to post this. Like, I don't think that's the way to go about it, to be honest with you. I look at it and I'm like, well, people have the balls to repost that, and if they're looking for help, they're going to find it in another way or another how. I've lost 2 people in my life from suicide. And I wanted to touch on that because I see a lot of people, now, I've seen, the other day I was going to Fringe, and somebody was on the street, and he was begging for cash, just sitting by 7-Eleven, and a few people gave him cash. I asked him if he needed anything. He just kind of shook his head no to me, because he was like, yeah, he's like, just wait, he'd wave me off. So, I do good deeds pretty much every day, so, that's the kind of things that you see, like people on the streets are just having that tendency. But those people that you see on the streets, not all of them are suicidal. Most of them are like, they love that lifestyle. I have 2 friends that love that lifestyle. They're never getting out of that lifestyle. And I asked them, I'm like, why? Why do you do that to yourself? Why do you not try to find something to do? And they're like, this is the way I like to live. This is a journey for me. I really like being a free spirit. I like traveling the road. Sorry about that. I had to get a sip of coffee. I like traveling the road. I just the way I like to live. I like to just be in this community. This is what I like. Can I have a house? Can I have this? Yeah, I could, but don't feel sorry for me because this is what I want. And then you have the hardcore beggars that are with their sign and they walk through and they're wearing nice clothes and you're just like, something's up. Those guys I don't give money to at all. I don't even roll down my window because I don't appreciate that. A lot of the guys I do see on the corner that, ask for a cigarette or what have you, I don't mind doing that, but I don't smoke, so I always tell them, like, hey man, I ain't got a light or anything, do you need any water or anything? And they're like, usually. And I don't give them cash because, that's the way I'm at. I'm just like, hey, do you need anything? You need a sandwich or anything? I'm going in the store right now, I can grab you whatever you need. Just not grabbing the alcohol, just not grabbing the whatever. But those guys, like I said, they're not suicidal at anything. Some are Vietnam veterans, but some of them, what I spoke about, like, they like that lifestyle. But I digress from that. So that kind of you see somebody with, like, that thing of, like, oh, help the veteran, help this. Same thing with the suicide hotline. It's like, they post this thing on Facebook that says, oh, you won't have the courage to post this, and it's like, well, suicide, depression, all that shit hits in so many different ways, such as myself, and I'm going to go into this because years ago, I literally, was having those fucking thoughts. I was down a horrible fucking road, and I didn't know how to get out of it. I knew why it was coming to me because I guess with the disability and just not knowing how to jump into something comfortable, to be yourself. And that's the one thing I can say is, like, the one thing on moving here to Orlando years ago now, it's been about 9 years now, and getting into the comfortable zone. And everybody goes, why are you so confident now? I said, well, it took me a long time to become confident. Overly confident. I did plays, I worked in theatrical. So being in front of a microphone and talking in front of 400 fucking people, has helped me a little bit with my anxiety from that. But I'm good now at, like, crowd speaking. And I can probably say that was from, like, the part work that I've been doing now. But the biggest thing that got me out of my suicidal thoughts were, one day I was, like, legitimately fucking gonna do it, and I didn't. Because what brought me down, I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing? I thought about my family. I thought about how it would affect family. I have idea to people that have done it, in my life, and I'm just like, man, that really, they're gone, but it's always going to affect me in every way, shape, and form to be a better person, to think about the other person, to, that's the road it brings you down. And that's what stopped me. The reasons my cause is I didn't know who I was. I knew my I knew my sexuality, I knew all that shit, but I didn't really know who I was. And meaning by that would be, I didn't know my confidence level. I wasn't confident. I wasn't comfortable around speaking about myself. And that's kind of hard for some people. Some people are like, well, they have anxiety, they have this, they have that. And that's where the depression comes from. People looking at them weird, the hairstyle's kind of weird, the earrings and ears. And it's kind of coming to terms with, like, who the fuck you are. Like, really, like, who the fuck are you? I know what I am now. I'm a fucking asshole. Every podcast I've been mentioning it, and everybody's like, well, you're starting a company about R&D, disabled products. Why are you speaking this bluntly? You should be speaking more businessy. No. When I started this business, this idea, this goal of this, is because there's things that don't exist in products. And I wanted to be myself in the podcast for people that are having trouble with this. Because I want you to know it's alright. It's alright to be your freaking self. I don't want to be in a meeting down the road here, in my life, and go, hey, we listened to your shit. And we don't appreciate that. I want somebody to look to me and go, hey man, we like what you talk about. You speak from the heart, and this is why people follow you, or this is why people join in, because they're interested. And that should be. I've gained a lot of friends from being myself, the asshole that you see. And I tell my friends, day one, I'm like, hey, I'm an asshole. I'm a nice guy, I've got a great heart, but I'm an asshole. And that's come from moving here and understanding who I was. Now, years ago, like I said, I was dealing with this freaking depression, and the way that got me out of it was when I was gonna fucking do it, legitly. And I told my brother this a few years ago, and I said, yeah, man, I was fucking debating one morning to snap my fucking neck, and he was like, oh, what? And he had a few beers. And he was like, what the fuck? And I told him the whole reason. I said, what the hell? I said, it was my disability. It was me not understanding myself, and people looking at you every fucking day and judging you. And I couldn't get over that. I couldn't get over, why the fuck are they happy and I'm so negative, and what gives that person the right to be so negative towards me? I did nothing to them. I realized it's like, at the end of it, I was like, you know what? Fuck what they think. And that was kind of my idea, like, just fucking be you. And it kind of took me a while to come to that, because I used to get fucking made fun of all the time and destroyed with words, and I'm like, now nothing fucking phases me. Like, I could give two shits what you think. And I always kind of, some people can look at me and go, oh, you look fucking disgusting. Well, that's my lifestyle. That's the way I plan to live. The reason why I dress in my shorts and my tank top, it's fucking 100 degrees here in Florida every day. So that's why I dress the way I dress. It's 100 degrees. I'm not going to sweat my ass off for you. I'm going to dress comfortably. I go into many public places and I'm dressed the way I am because I feel comfortable. I feel relaxed. I feel healthy. And people, when they meet up with me, they're a little nervous, but once I break that weird ice with them, is like I say a joke or something like that, the comfortability that comes out of them, and then they just get so relaxed, and it's like, oh wow, you're a person, you're you. And that's what got me becoming who I was. I just jumped out of it. But these suicidal thoughts were people that looked at me and were like, oh, he's disabled, oh, he can't do this. And a lot of that from my childhood was like, he can't do it, so we're never going to give him a shot. It's been going on now for other reasons. People have not given me a shot to do certain things, which still pisses me off, but there's nothing I can do about that. I wish there was, but there's not. I mean, I've been working my ass off trying to get to where I want to be in a career, to where I work, but it's not been working, and I'm not gonna fight that too hard, because I did all I could. It's not up to me. It's up to people that are in a higher position. And that's the one reason why people are like, hey, do I keep going in life? The thing is, yes, keep going, keep moving forward, because that next door is going to fucking open. It's going to be hard now, but do it. I mean, that's the one thing that fucking woke me up that one morning, and I was like, do I fucking do this or not? And I thought about my family. Like I said, I thought about my family. I thought about people that had done suicide and shit, and I was like, what would this do to mom or my brother or my family? And then I thought about, what? I make them laugh, I make them giggle, and they really do give a fuck. But it's hard for family to say, hey, I do love you, I do care about you. We know it's hard for you. We don't know how to help you, yet it's hard for you not to open yourself up. And I did. I opened myself up a little bit. I sat there on the fucking bed one morning. I put on some fucking tunes, and I was like, you know what? It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be a fucking road, but I feel comfortable now with who I am. But it took a while. But like the biggest thing that brought me fucking here is like when I started working for Universal. My first day there, it was fucking hectic. It was crazy, and the echo just chimed in for some reason. I have no idea why. But I started working there. And granted, I was past the big suicidal stuff. But the big suicidal stuff, when I did have it, was when I was younger. I was about 18, 19. It was just fucking rough, tough. People fucking demeaning you, hurting you. It's like, because they don't understand who the fuck they are. That's the biggest thing when people demean somebody else. They can claim they know who the fuck they are. They can claim that all fucking, I know who I am, I know what I am. You don't fucking know who you are. Stop lying to yourself. Stop fucking lying to yourself. If you really gave a shit, if you were a fucking human being, you would fucking look at that person and be like, alright, he is what he is. I'm not gonna fucking demean him. When someone demeans you or puts you down, it's because they don't fucking know. It's like they haven't, their mindset is like, I'm having a fucked up day, let me put it on this person. Let me fucking, that one word I'm gonna say to you is gonna demean you so bad that I'm gonna feel better about myself. I feel like shit. And they're gonna say it, and it's gonna fucking, and now people say it to me and are like, why do you say the word crippled to yourself? I said, because I know who and what I am. And they go, what the hell does that mean? I said, I know who and what I am. I'm crippled, I'm gonna have fun. Hugh Laurie, when I watched House, a lot. I love fucking House when I finished it. I'm kind of sad the way they ended it, but fucking Hugh Laurie made me fucking giggle so hard. He played it so well, and I loved the fucking scene where he's like, they're all turning into zombies, and he's like, with his crutch. He's like, I never go without my crutch axe, and I'm like, oh, I want that so bad. But that's what I mean, like, love your fucking self. I mean, the minute somebody says something derogatory to you, you put the negativity in your brain, you could just go, whatever, fuck off, just do that. I do that now, and I tell people that now, that I'm at work with, that are having a bad day, and I'm like, yeah, just do this. Just do this. When I guess somebody comes up to you and yells at you, just do that. Listen to them. Analyze what they're saying. But the problem is they're going through some shit right now. We don't know what it is until they talk to us. But, you know, it's like people, that's why people demean. Because their goal is to make themselves feel better. And like I said, like, you know, living here 9 years, and then the previous thoughts that I had, you know, it was crazy. I fucking literally thought about, like, what if I do this? But when I started working here and I kind of like thought about doing it, I really thought about what would happen if I did and how it affects my family. Having two people that my family, my life, who have done it, it affects me every day. They never have left my brain why they did it. When I spoke to a couple counselors about it, they said, honestly, there was nothing you could fucking do. I could have sat there all night and talked with them, with one person I did. And the next 2 days, I got a call back maybe an hour later, and he was gone. There was nothing I could have did. I mean, it was done. It was done. I had nothing I could have done. He didn't blame me for it. It was just, I tried. I did everything I could, but he just couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle life anymore. You know, but the thing is that you really need to look at, you know, who does care about you. It may take a while to understand who you are, but that's the one thing here that I gotta be thankful for, because I've come to terms with, because I'm an asshole. I'm a crippled person. I love it. And when people see that shine of you, like, holy fuck, when you say that, and they kind of beam, they're like, how are you so positive about that? It's like, dude, I know what I am. Like, I don't see a problem with it, you know? It's like, I know what I am. I know who I am. You got a fucking problem with that, that's your problem, not mine. I know what I am and what I am. Like I said, these people claim they know what they are, but they're not. They don't know who the fuck and what they are. It takes people a lot of times to come out as gay, or straight, or bisexual, or what have you. You know, oh wow, you know, Bruce Jenner took him fucking forever to become Caitlyn Jenner. You know, you don't know that, what's going on in their fucking heads. You know, and, you know, that's what made me kind of get away from it, was like, okay, I stopped. I was like, well, I got my brother who fucking does care about me. I got my mother who does care about me a lot. Father who cares about me. I got fucking friends that do care about me and would fucking give their shirts off their backs to help me. There's a lot of times they can't understand me, what's going through my mind if you don't speak to them. But a lot of my stuff was coming to terms with myself. I was getting older with a disability. I was hitting the gym. I was understanding pretty much who I was. Like, what are my limitations? And that was the one thing in my fucking head that I was like, you're disabled, you have crutches, but in the future, like, what are your limitations here? Can you do this? Can you do that? So I kind of put that on myself in perspective and said, okay, disabled, I have this disability and it affects me in these ways, but how can I turn that into a positive? And that's the one thing I'm going to told you guys. It's like, you have all this shit going on, but find the things that you're really fucking good at. You know, find the things that you can benefit to somebody else, and tell them, because what I've learned from myself is, like, I've proven to everybody that I can do it. You know, it may take me a second to analyze what you're doing, but that's why I swear to God, I have now ADD because of that. Fucking working with Universal is now that I can analyze so many fucking things so quickly. It sucks. Sometimes my brain can't slow down. But you get to find things that you know benefit others. People really do give a shit about you, but they don't know how to say it sometimes. And when I told my brother that, I was like, you know what, this is what brought me here. And he was like, what brought you here? I was like, fucking just a disability, getting to terms with myself. He's like, you really wanted to? I was like, yeah. I was like, I didn't know if I could go anymore. I got so tired of fucking people looking at me strange. You walk into a room and people are just like, huh. You know, because they don't know what to fucking, they don't know what to think of you. They don't know you yet. And the best thing is to break the ice. And I've learned that working with the company. And then when I met the actors that I work with now, have been fucking outstanding. They became family, friends. And, you know, they were gay. A lot of them were gay, and they were just fucking appreciative of who they were. And I was like, why am I feeling like this when these people are? It's the island of fucking misfits over there. I love it. It's just people that are just goofballs. They break your balls. They have fun. But at the end of the day, when they clock out and you clock out from work, it doesn't matter what department they're in. It doesn't matter how much money they make. They're always willing to have a beer with you, sit down with you, and chill. I've gone to many events with many of them, and they've been fucking amazing. Very kind, very sweet people. And they've all gone through shit too, and that's the one thing that kind of brought me back. And then I met other friends here that, were going through some deep shit, and we spoke, and, and they're like, how did you... Because I went to depression, guys, for like 3 years. Not overly hardcore. Lighter depression. I went to deeper depression, which was like, alright, this is who we are. This is who we are. This is who we are. We like earrings. We like tattoos. The biggest thing was to understand who the fuck I was. To get Mexican. And that's what they taught me. Is to figure out who I was inside. When somebody said demeans you and puts, it's because they don't know what the fuck they are. And I've had it here quite a few times. People, just the other day, somebody looked at me and they went, what happened to you? And I was like, many things. Where do I start? Many things. And her face went. I was like, what? Why are you walking away? Don't you want to hear it? She didn't know how to fucking react to that. And it was me just being a fucking weirdo. Because I was like, when people said to me now, I just kind of go off on a tangent. I'm just like, and I had one guy, when I was out, we were out at the Artigon Mall here in Orlando. We were just checking it out. We were on a date night. And it was great. And this one guy, we were just checking out the soap shop that they had. And this one guy had like a knee brace on because he had his knee worked on. Him and his wife were there. And the funny thing is, he stood there and he goes, so what's your story? And me being a smartass now and an asshole, I go, I was born. And him and his wife look at me and they just kind of just rolled their eyes and they started laughing. And he goes, oh my God. He goes, and we talked for about maybe a good 20 minutes. And he goes, wow, I never heard somebody in your condition just say that. And they were telling me about one of their stories. They were in the hospital, and I think something happened to his wife, and it was nothing major, but they took it the wrong way. The medical staff took it the wrong way, and we spoke about that. And they're like, "Man, you seem very confident." He's like, "You could have easily fucking yelled at me about your thing. Me calling you out, but you didn't. You just kind of spun it right back around at me." And I was like, "I did." But really nice people that we met, and he was like, "Man, you seem confident." I was like, yeah, man, the confidence has come from me understanding who I was. And I told him, I said, dude, I was dealing with fucking suicidal thoughts. I mean, this would have happened years ago. And, it's hard for some fucking people because you're sitting there and you're wondering, how do I get out of this fucking moment? And the best thing to do is, sit down legitly and look at why you're feeling this way. Look at things that you can explore to get the fuck out of that realm in your head. Find songs, find an activity, find a movement, find something, find a group, that's just fucking there for you. Or misfits, find misfits, like I found. And it was so fucking hard to finally come out of that shell and be like, this is who I am. I'm Ali. I'm crippled. I'm gonna have fun with it. I like fucking geek culture. I like a little nerd culture. I like going to cons once in a while. I like my wrestling once in a while. I like watch wrestling. I like my podcasting. I start going down the list of what I like. I like my video games. I like technology in general. I like fucking lasagna. And I went through the whole entire list of what I like. And then I was like, you know what? I like what I like. No one's going to stop me from liking it. I am who I am. And that's the one thing I have to say is, be who the fuck you are. Once you find who you are, don't change for anyone. I'm sorry, just don't change for anyone. I've been called an asshole more times than I can count. But the one thing is, man, people are like, you're a fucking asshole. But you know who you are. You say as it is, you're blunt. You're blunt. You fucking see it, and you just don't give a shit. I'm gonna get my ass kicked sometime, but I'm probably the guy you don't want to fuck with because I will break you. You're gonna knock me down, but you're not gonna win the fight. It's both of us are gonna be ending up somewhere. That's what I always tell people. I'm like, we want to brawl. You're welcome to kick me a few times, but you're not going to be walking regular ever again. And it does scare people, but it is true with me. I'm a ground and pounder. But I digress. But really find who the fuck you are, and find the group that's gonna make you feel comfortable. Whether it's a skating group, whether it's fucking anything. If you guys like painting, or if you're a goth person, fucking be in it. A lot of my friends were goth, and some of my friends still do goth and Rocky Horror and shit like that I still talk to today. And I was like, man, how you doing? I was telling one of my friends the other day, he was going in for an audition. And he's goth and shit like that. We're just shooting the shit, and he bumped into me because, he goes, you remember that time we spoke? I said, yeah. He said, you really fucking kept me going that day. I was really having a bad day, and this happened, but you really stopped me. And I'm looking forward to life, man. He goes, I really haven't felt this good in a while. And I get that a lot from people. You're a fucking asshole, but you don't sugarcoat what's going on. You tell people how to move forward, or find the perfect spot. He was going through some shit on Facebook, and people just trying to get into his life and shit like that. And I said, dude, just take a fucking break from social media. And he did. And seems happier now. He's doing his shit, and we once in a while we'll bump into each other, and he's like, hey, you're never still the same? Yes. We'll get a call. He talked to me for hours, and he's like, man, he's like, you're such a fucking dick sometimes, but you're so fucking right, or you're just the person I need to talk to now. If you don't, you're not going to sugarcoat what you're saying. My gay friends, Michael and David. Michael has been working on the website with me and my multimedia guy. Getting them to come out of their shell and talking with them and becoming good fucking friends with them. Amazing fucking guys. I would have never imagined that in a million years, to be friends with good people, But they've improved my life a lot. It's good to sit down with them and not have to worry about fucking this, and this. And I'm kind of grateful that the gay culture's fucking come out in my life, because my aunt's gay, and there's many members of my family that are gay, but I come out and I'm like, what, I enjoy just fucking being around people that understand themselves, and you can sit there and everybody's just like, hey, I love this, and it's like loving who you are and your culture and what you love, and then finding others that like it. And you don't have to agree on anything. I mean, literally, we're talking about Batman versus Superman, and we can digress in another review for that. But everybody's like, the actors were talking about it last night, and they're like, I'm like, I was like, I thought it was good. I didn't love it, but I liked it. I'm a filmmaker. I took film, so I watch movies and I look at them from different angles. I don't look at it just from a script perspective, but what the actor did, lighting guy did, da-da-da. But I digress from that too, But the thing is, find what you love, and if you like it, people will come your way. If you're an asshole, people will come back to you. That happened to me. Somebody literally said, you're an asshole, I don't want to talk to you, and then 2 days later, came back to me and called me, and they said, what you said is from what I needed. And I'm like, what do you mean? You're a fucking asshole, but you helped me kind of organize my life. I realized I need to get away from some people in my life that I thought they were my friends, that are not. They were just there for this reason, or this agenda in my life. I was like, everything good, and now we're actually friends. I'm friends with a lot of people now, because, they're just like, you're a blunt dickhead. You are, but you don't sugarcoat, and you say what it is. Has that helped people? It may have, but the point is to just really be yourself. And that's what I had to realize was my suicidal thoughts were like. All this fucking negativity came through my life and destroyed me. It literally fucking put me in a shell that I didn't know how to get out of. And the thing with me, I didn't know how to push out of it. Just whoosh out of this fucking thing. And okay, these negative thoughts are putting you this way, or this positive thoughts are going to put you that way. And my mother's always kind of stole in my head, you always think negative. And I'm like, well, you kind of have to. The world's always fucking putting this negativity on your shoulders. And she's like, well, you got to find the positives from that, A negative thing might have happened, but you got to look at the positives. You got a roof over your head. You have this, you have that, you have that. And Mom's right in perspective a lot. But, it's hard for people when you're sitting there and you're fucking sitting in a cot and you're in a fucking mission, or, your home life or whatever. It's just so fucking hectic, and you're just like, man, how do I balance all this out? And the best thing is, it's don't hit the fucking drugs, man, because I was addicted to fucking painkillers for 6 years, and I finally went to the doctors the other day and having some knee issues again, just some pain, arthritis, but I've been clearing. I don't take any oxycodone or anything like that anymore. I've been clean, do my yoga and stuff, which means I gotta work out a little bit today. But that's the worst fucking thing you can do to yourself when you're dealing with this manic depression, is just fucking take something to have a beer, but don't fucking overdo it. Know your limit. You know, that's the one thing I do when I'm having a rough day. Is I'll go out, I'll have something good. I'll have a good pizza, or I'll have a sushi with that. I know some good sushi places here. Or I'll do something I kind of like to do, and I'll get a fucking Mountain Dew. But I'll usually hit the gym. The gym is my sanctuary. The gym is where I can work on my body, and like nobody judges me. I can walk in there and I just go for it, and everybody's just like jaw dropping, like, "Oh, I didn't know you could work out." I was like, "Yeah, I just dropped my crutch and I go do it, bro." I was like, and you're giving them workout tips, and they're like tapping me on the shoulder. That's something I do hate when I'm working out. Is people like to tap my shoulder when I'm working out because they want to know like a routine or what I'm doing or how do you tone up your core or what have you. I don't mind giving information, but if you're gonna do that to me, please wait till I'm done mid-rep, either the racks back up or what have you. I would appreciate that. Because you don't want to drop weight on your fucking body. It hurts. And you're going to hurt yourself. So anybody who's working out with me, please just be nice. And, I'm willing to talk with you for a little bit. I'll pull off my earbud, but please don't be rude. It's just a thing I have to say. But, yeah, man, the biggest thing with me, like with the suicidal stuff, was like I had to find who I really was. And like I said, for a lot of you that are going through right now or thinking about shit and life's just crazy and you're paying the bills, I'm in the same boat. I'm doing this and this is making me happy. This has really made me excited. It's been over 2 years now. I still got to get a hold of John where he's in Tampa now. But we have a lot of things we need to get working on and pumping on. And I was walking around Fringe, the festival, and I was meeting all these cool people. And I'll talk more about that in the next episode about everything that's going on with that. I got a lot of photos and stuff. But yeah, man, like Chris Cornell, like that kind of brought me up to this episode of like he went out. Apparently, somebody said he went out to a thing, and he fucking I loved Shadow of the Sun. I watched Collateral like 5 times when I saw it in theater. So my buddy Justin, who later came out to be gay, which doesn't bother me at all. When he came out, and I'm like, well, does he like you? Did he suck your dick well? And everybody's like, and I'm like, he's like, you don't care? I was like, I've never given a shit, dude. I don't give a shit that you're, gay. I never gave a shit. Whatever it is what it is. You're gay. Be happy. Enjoy your life. And he seems to be doing a lot better with his life. He's got somebody good in his life now. Somebody much better in his life. He seems to be very happy. And that's what life is. You should live it to your potential until fucking something may happen. But, yeah, Chris Cornell, like they said he went out to a fucking concert and he did a set, everything like that, went home to the hotel. I guess he was taking some medication or something that was causing depression. And then he like called his wife, and I guess that's how it happened. And I'm just like, holy shit. That's why I kind of stay away from a lot of this pain stuff, because you don't know what's going to happen with that. But, it's sad. It does happen to some people that, it does give you those suicidal thoughts. But when you're on the road a lot, without your family or that person that guides you through it, that you're kind of stoned, it keeps you kind of locked down and says, hey man, life's going to be okay. It's going to be rough. We're going to get through this. It's kind of hard, But for people that are going through it, you really need to find a bigger outlet, a bigger group that you can text immediately and be like, listen, I need to talk for like 5 minutes. All I need is 5 minutes. And I have that. I have friends that I can text. I have friends that I check on every day, make sure they're doing okay. Mostly it's, to me, though, people are like, hey, Ali, how you doing? How's everything going with you? Open mind, what's going on with that? How's 3D printing going? And everybody's always on me about that because they're like, hey, you're doing a good thing. You're doing what you're doing. How's this 3D scanning going? So it's like constantly I get to nerd out with a bunch of people. I know a shit ton of people, and everybody's like, well, you know a lot of people. I do, because I flirt with people. There's nothing wrong with that. I talk to people all different around the Maker universe, and I love that. And that's the thing. It's like, if you're having these thoughts, call that suicide number. I'll be giving it to you guys in just a moment. Call that number. Hop on Facebook. Digress all the bullshit, but find somebody that you really fucking care about and be like, listen, this is what's been going on. What do you recommend I do? Do you know anything that's going around in my area that I can go hit? Is there a club I can go to where it's just chill, like we play fucking video games? Like we have the Player One bar, which I finally went to with a friend of mine, John. It was fucking amazing. It was cool. They give us discounts, like $3 discounts over there in Orlando, and it's freaking amazing. I geeked out like a little child, and me drunk, I had like really thick, really hard root beers out of the mason jar. Oh, so good. But man, I was like, my face was numb. I had such a good time over there with Tito and John. And it was a good time. We had to go back there again. But That's the thing, man. It's like when you're going through these thoughts, you have to kind of sit down, make a list of what the fuck's causing it, and then work on it, because it's gonna take a bit. It took me, like I said, a couple years, 3 years of it, and I was fucking, it was hard. It was hard. But then when I fucking finally was like, alright, cool, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. But I got back into my workouts, I got back into my fucking stuff, and I felt much better. It felt good going to the gym again and seeing people. And I work out with some big fucking bodybuilders. But even some guys you would never talk to. But I literally would go in there and people would be like staring at me and they're like, they have a lot of respect. So they, during mid-rep, they'd walk past me and we'd talk for a little bit. And one guy would give me like leg information for my legs and stuff like that. He asked me what I had and stuff. And that was kind of my sanctuary. That was kind of like where I could go to unwind. And I think everybody needs that, if it's, whether it be, a gamer place or fucking D&D group or what have you, which a friend of mine actually does D&D and says it's the best thing fucking ever. Says like, oh my god, you gotta do D&D, and I'm like, I can, but I have no life to do that because I'm doing all this shit. And he goes, oh, gotcha. I still haven't even played Mass Effect Andromeda. I was at Fringe last night. I bumped into a guy who had a Mass Effect Andromeda t-shirt on for the initiative, and we started geeking out about it. And he's way older than I am, but we just started talking about it, and it was just cool, man. It's cool that I feel that comfortable to stop somebody with like, dude, that shirt's awesome, or a Frankenstein shirt's awesome. But that's the thing, it's like, find somebody, even if you're down in your luck, find something that's going to make yourself positive. Even if it's like stopping at a 7-Eleven and talking to the clerk that might know you, because you don't know, that could make them positive for the day. I used to go to the 7-Eleven every night. I was just walking from Universal. And I would talk to a few guys, and we ended up becoming good friends and talking. And every night, the guy would, they'd talk about what they were doing. I'd walk home and get some food, and but it made people positive. But if you're going through this kind of shit, know that it's not over. It's far from fucking being over. It's just finding who the fuck you are. Like I said, there's people out there who are gonna keep throwing shit at you. Whether it's a fucking diarrhea or it's a huge fucking turd. It's your job to sit there and digress and go, listen, I know who the fuck I am. I know what the fuck I am. It took me a while to figure out who the fuck and what I am. And, people sit there and they go, okay, well, you claim you know who you are. Well, I know I do. I fucking know who I am. I'm an asshole, but I'm a nice guy who's going to tell it to you bluntly. This is the road I've been down. There's nothing you could fucking say to demean me or hurt me anymore, because I've heard it far before. And it pisses people off when they try to do that now with me, because you can't get under my fucking skin. You really can't. I know my faults. I know my positivities. I know my negativities. I know where I need to work on myself. It's happening. It's working. And it's the one thing. It's like, people there, let people find you. Be who you are, and people will fucking find you. Because that's how I found Michael and David. That's how I found a lot of my friends now. And I always tell my friends, I'm like, dude, I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. And a lot of them are like, dude, you really fucking are. You can be an asshole fucking sometimes. But I wouldn't replace you for the fucking world. And that does make me feel good. It's like, you're a dick, you're an asshole, but we need honesty. We need somebody to literally talk to and not judge us. You're always there to listen. And, that's the way of life, man. You gotta find that group or the suicidal places that are like, hey, you sit down on the phone with them for a little bit and they'll be like, hey, what's going on? Now, they may not understand you at first, but give them time, okay? Because they have to digress you. They have to make a file on you. You have to know who you are. You tell them who you are. I've actually worked on one of the hotlines. I was on a phone with a guy for like fucking 3 hours one day. And come to find out, it was over some really, really weird shit, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. But, he seems to be doing better. I haven't heard from him. But, they sent me an email, and they said he was doing better. He said he was doing... I got an email from, I think, the place I was working with. Said he was doing better. Said he was seeing things and went to church. But he seems to be doing well. I haven't talked to him in a long, long time. So, for last time I heard, everything seems to be going well. But sometimes you need that to digress. You need to de-stress yourself and go, listen, this is who I am. This is what I am. This is what got me here. All this negativity in my... Because me, it was, like I said... Mine started when I was young. It was all you're crippled, you can't fucking do it, you can't do this, you can't do that, your life sucks, you're gonna be in this fucking boat, you'll never get out of this, you'll be a fucking piece of shit, you'll never be anything. And I'm just like, alright, so this is like, and a lot of it is true, a lot of it, the world will never fucking hand you anything, which the world doesn't hand you fucking anything, and you have to work for it yourself. But the one thing that's been bothering me now, that I'm not really pissed about, it's like, give me the fucking chance to try it, learn it, and develop it. And there are some people that allow me to do that, but when you go into a bigger field that I'm trying to go into, it's hard to do that. But I digress from that. I'm a little pissed from that, but it doesn't make me want to do anything. It's just like, okay, well, I worked my ass off, I tried my best, and I realized it's not me, it's just that party that has control over it. They don't feel comfortable with me doing it, which is understandable, but there's nothing I can do about that. I can just move on, be positive, work on open mind, which just gives me the best positivity that I needed in a long time. It's helped me start the podcast, it's helped me fucking move forward, and people that I have around my life over there has been fucking incredible. It's nice to come into work and feel loved, feel like that everybody gives a shit. It takes a while for people to warm up to me, but once people do and I warm up to them, it seems nice, it seems comfortable. People know who the hell they are. We're all assholes. We're always going to be. That's who we are. But, what you guys need to understand is, like, there is a way to get out of it. It's going to take stepping stones. But you have to be willing to give people a fucking chance. It's going to be rough. It's always going to be rough. You're always going to have that negative thought in your fucking head to push yourself forward. But don't give up. Don't give up. Find those groups. Find the people at MegaCon. I mean, I went as Crippled Bane like a few years ago. A friend of mine took me over and I was like, what do I wear? And he's like, well, you got a Bane mask you can wear. You can dress up the way you are now. And I went over to find some comic books. And it was fun. It was great, man. But I got put in my place by a few nerds. Which I'm like, man, get laid. Which that's what I said to those guys. I was like, get fucking laid, guys. Honestly, get laid. Because these guys were so nerdy. I'm like, I know you're nerds, but man, really get some vagina. Get some dick, whatever you need. But, it's fun loving who I am and then loving, my family's just like, positive. They like listening to this and seeing what I'm going through. But for you guys, I really wanted to kind of delve into what I've been going through. And my shit was, like I said, personal negativity with my disability. Now that I could give two shits about what the disability is, I always tell people that with your disability, don't let it define you. Let it define who your character is, but find who you really are and then work with it. Now that I walk around, people are like, oh, dude, your crutches are so fucking cool. Which the Batman ones are kind of coming along. I still haven't gotten to the design yet. But I think I have some ideas. I don't know if I'll make them into like legs, like his legs. But I'm working on it. It's just getting the time to take the crutches out and then sand them down and then get the paint, shit like that. And then we can get that done. Like I said, I need about a couple of days of heat. So I think this week will be good because I'm off for a few days, which is going to be good. And letting the paint dry, so... Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy, like I said, are my favorite Batman and Joker, so I'm super excited to start getting something like that. But I do things like that, and it makes people fucking blush or their eyes light up, and they're like, dude, man, you seem so chill. I was like, I'm chill, man, I'm a nice guy, but, I'm an asshole. I don't hide my facts of that, but, it's like find outlets, find things that you guys love, video games, what have you. I've been talking with also Mike about doing open mind gaming. Maybe starting a Reddit trend on the PS4 or Xbox One. Most likely PS4 because I'm more likely playing that. But Mikey and Mike were speaking about it, and we're going to talk about it more. I kind of mentioned what I'd like to do with it. So if you guys would like us to do that, if you could drop me a line at openmindindustries@gmail.com or hit me up on the Twitter and say, hey man, it's a good idea. Or I would really like you to do that. That would be great because Mike's kind of like, because like I said, we're in R&D. For research and development products and stuff like that. But Open Mind's a lot bigger than myself, John, and everything I ever thought it would be. It's about finding a maker space, a fun space for people that are just need that outlet. We're here and I'm here. So hit me up on the Twitter. It's at Open Mind, the official OMI. Everything is actually on openmindindustries.com. So if you guys want to hit that button, I will be doing some more live streams this week. I'm gonna slow this down a little bit so I can get out of here and probably hit the gym and finish my coffee, which would be nice. Here, that's shit. I don't have my watch on me. Yep, it's about 2:06 now here on the East Coast. But I will be doing that. I talked to Mike about doing that because Mike's Destiny 2 is coming out. We spoke about that for a little bit, it'd be nice to get some people, in our trends, and actually legit people that are just, we're not doing a clan or anything, we're just trying to find an outlet for people, including myself and everybody else, to find a fun space for gamers to meet up and just fucking have an awesome chat. No bullshitting going on, no fucking crazy stuff. We're just trying to find a place where if you guys need to talk to us, or, just looking for a good crew to play with, and you guys want to golf on your own, feel free. But, we're thinking about doing open mind. I'm thinking about doing open mind gaming. I brought that to Mike about a week ago. I just let him borrow Uncharted 4, so he can be getting on that. That might be a while. But, we'll get that, see if we can get that going. If you guys like that idea, hit me up on Twitter, or just hit me at openmindindustries@gmail.com. And like I said, we're at openmindindustries at openmindindustries.com. So if you guys want to hit our thing, all of our links are there. My 3D printing stuff is there. Hit me up. Golly, that's a good idea. We'd like to. But like I said, guys, just keep positive. I'm going to give you this number just so in case you guys, need it. Fringe stuff. Tickets. Okay. So the number for the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, guys, is going to be 1-800. Get 1-800-273. It's going to be 8255. It's going to be 1-800-273-8255. So if you want to hit them up, if you're having like a crazy day and you're just like, man, I just want someone to talk to. They're there for you. It's not all about suicide, always, or just thoughts. But if you just want to digress to, or whatever, call them up. You can even hit me up on the, hit me an email and say, hey, Ollie, I just want to get a quick chat. I'm here. I might not get back to it right away. I do have a life myself. But yeah, I'll say hello to you. I'll say hi. We'll talk for a little bit if you have something you want to talk about, or, some things. I'm here. I'd be glad to hit you up on Twitter. Like I said, don't feel afraid. If you got those fucking things going on in your life, don't shy away from it. Be who you are. It took me a while to learn that. But, I'm going to sign off, and I will let you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I will be bringing another podcast hopefully on Sunday or Monday, and I'll be about the Fringe Festival. So for some of you guys who got to make it out there in Orlando, it was fucking amazing so far. We have two more shows. My girlfriend actually won the Family Feud, so we have a lot of freaking tickets we have to go do. So I have a few days off to go do a few shows. We're seeing tomorrow. We're seeing the Pink Hulk, and she is actually a breast cancer survivor. 2 times actually, she said, and she was really cool, real sweet. So we're gonna meet her. She's from New York, and she was part of the ending of the Fringe thing. My girlfriend picked her to do the question thing, and then the other producer, and she won both fucking packages, which was fucking incredible. It was a great moment. It's been a wild one. And then we're gonna go see Vincent tomorrow at 11:59. A good friend of ours, Ross Paget, is doing his show with a few guys, and it should be amazing. And then after that, what are we doing? We're doing commencement, and I am doing the necrophilia show, I think at 6 o'clock. But once that's all said and done, I should be able to talk about everything we've done at Fringe, how it was, what I thought about it. Logan's Donahue show was fucking incredible, good friend of mine, and it was about a little bit of politics, but really fun, and it was about advocacy. So I think this goes into my advocacy for the week, Logan. I did it. I did what I did. So I'm talking about my depression. Like I said, guys, if you're having anything, hit me up. Don't feel afraid to hit that like button, subscribe button. I'm here. You can always send me an email. And again, if you guys feel like the open-minded gaming thing is kind of an idea, or you feel like you kind of want to get into gaming but you don't know how to talk to people, or you're just kind of feeling a little bit antisocial, me and Mike are very cool. We have a few friends that are really, really nice. We're going to be cursing and swearing a little bit in our gaming, but if you feel like you want to be in a group or a friendship, a group, it's not going to judge you, and you can just sit there and be like, this is kind of nice. Join us. I might start it up. I'll ask Mike if he wants to do it. Mike he's kind of giving me the right now, because he kind of like, open mind is this. What are you doing with this? But I want open mind to have a bigger impact than what we're doing now. So it's the point of open mind, is to open mind, everybody's mind, to open your heads and say, hey guys, this is what's going on. But I digress, guys. I'm signing out. Have a great weekend. I will talk to you guys hopefully soon again. Pleasure seeing you guys. Keep positive. Get all the negativity out of your brain. And always always keep an open mind, guys. Thanks for listening.